In spite of the consistently high popularity of Vladimir Putin, we should not undermine the press environment in Russia. Putin and his government in fact have been accused of using a variety of methods to suppress media freedom and dissent at home. Let's look at some methods as to how he suppresses the media at home. 1. Control of state media. The Russian government controls a significant portion of the country's media outlets, including television networks and newspapers. These outlets are used to promote government propaganda and to smear opposition figures. 2. Restrictions on foreign media. Foreign media outlets operating in Russia face restrictions and are often subject to state censorship. This limits the availability of independent and impartial news sources for the Russian public. 3. Harassment and intimidation of journalists. Journalists who report on sensitive topics or who are critical of the government are often subjected to harassment, intimidation, and violence. This creates a chilling effect and discourages other journalists from pursuing similar stories. 4. Criminal prosecution of dissidents. The Russian government has been known to use criminal prosecution as a means of suppressing dissent. Dissidents and opposition figures are often charged with trumped-up charges such as extremism or treason, which carry long prison sentences. 5. Restrictions on the Internet. The Russian government has implemented various measures to restrict access to the Internet and to control the spread of information online. This includes the blocking of websites and social media platforms, and the monitoring of Internet. 6. Lawsuits and fines. The Russian government has also used lawsuits and fines to intimidate and silence independent media outlets and journalists. This puts a significant financial burden on these organizations, making it difficult for them to continue their work. 7. Physical violence and murder of journalists. In some cases, journalists and opposition figures have been subjected to physical violence, including murder. This serves as a warning to others and creates an atmosphere of fear that further silences dissenting voices. 8. Pressure on advertisers. The Russian government has been known to put pressure on advertisers to pull their support from independent media outlets and journalists who are critical of the government. This makes it more difficult for these organizations to continue their work and to reach a large audience. 9. Disinformation campaigns. The Russian government has been accused of spreading disinformation and propaganda to manipulate public opinion and discredit opponents. This makes it difficult for citizens to separate fact from fiction and to make informed decisions. 10. Restrictions on public assembly. The Russian government has also imposed restrictions on public assembly and protest, making it more difficult for citizens to express their opinions and to advocate for change. Overall, these are some of the methods used by the Russian government to suppress media freedom and dissent at home. The goal of these efforts is to maintain the status quo and to prevent any challenges to the current political system. Thanks for watching.